Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back.
2021.
For the Record Podcast is back. Perhaps, maybe just one spin-off episode. We're bored.
Don't think like that.
That's true. Bad mentality. But, yeah, we said fuck it. We haven't seen each other in a couple months, so we're like, might as well record a quick episode. This is probably going to be on YouTube and maybe SoundCloud. Let's get the logistics out of the way because we usually tend to spend 20 minutes on it. But, yeah, we're just going to fuck around, talk a little bit. And, yeah, come along for the ride, guys. Cher, what are we going to discuss today? You got something on the brain. What do you got?
I was just thinking about how nervous I am.
Yeah, I mean, it's the jitters. They're coming out.
It's weird. Because we haven't done one in so long.
This is true. I think we just talked about it. I think it's been 2 years.
I can tell you right now exactly how long it's been.
Because we were doing it in the winter, I think 2 years ago.
The last one that we did was right before I went to Puerto Rico. And that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, so for those of you guys that were still following our inactive Instagram page.
The last time we posted on Instagram was March 10th, 2019.
Okay, so we're under 2 years.
Like just under it.
Yeah. Well, Happy New Year, everybody. Cliche as that is.
New year, new me.
Yeah.
New year, same podcast.
Fuck, we didn't need a new year, though. Jesus Christ. Well, that's happened since we last recorded, bud.
A lot has happened.
Yeah.
Since the last time we recorded.
Yeah.
Global pandemic. New relationships.
Cher's getting married.
Getting married.
Yeah, a lot of shit has changed, dude.
It really has. It's been a fucking weird year, I'll tell you that.
It has been. Yeah, I mean, like, it sucks. I'm grateful to be at least healthy. I guess it's still here.
Yeah.
2020 for me personally was like up and down, but I had a lot of good takeaways at the same time. And then the latter half of my year was actually really good personally. So as much as you can take away, I guess, personal stuff from a global pandemic and the rest of the world,
Yeah.
I guess it's the least you can do.
I'm just happy that I don't have to wait in line to go to a fucking grocery store anymore.
I know. Well, now we kind of do again, though, because now with since the 26th, they have the new stipulations for 25% capacity.
But, I mean, the shops that I go to.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the store, I think. Like,
it's never busy.
I think the only stores around here that usually are bad are, like, I think supermarkets. I always see Trader Joe's always has a line, but they're very cautious about things. And, like,
I've never been.
That's an absolute tragedy for you.
There's not one around here.
That's true. You're kind of out here in the sticks.
Way on the sticks, dude.
But yeah, what's going on, buddy? Are we gonna discuss anything or what?
Let's discuss when the fuck touring musicians are gonna come back. Because that's the one thing that I really miss.
Yeah, I think both of us missed that genuinely. I don't know, dude.
I don't think it's gonna be anytime this year.
No, but I think it's becoming such a normal thing too for like musicians to do like live streams now, but they don't make money off of that. I mean, I think
like live streaming like shows.
Yeah, which is like you can't blame what else they're gonna do.
You can make money. It's just not gonna be as much.
No, but I think I read somewhere. I think 80% of their like gross income or revenue comes from touring. I think like music we listen to, like mid-tier alternative bands. I think because they don't make shit off royalties from streaming, and I think majority of their money comes from merch sales. And then if they're physical releases, but they don't get full on that.
Yeah.
And then I think it's all from selling out shows and then selling merch on actual tour.
I heard somewhere, I forget where, that when shows do come back, Live Nation is going to they're going to like raise the percentage of what they take from the artists to like where it wouldn't even be worth it.
Why? Just to cover their own risk?
Yeah. Well, no, because they haven't been making any money.
Yeah, they haven't making money, so they need to get their own too.
So they're gonna screw over the artists even more.
Yeah.
I was listening to Brendan Murphy was talking about it on
General Counterparts.
The drummer for drawing blank.
Stick to your guns. Okay. Yeah, I always get those two confused because he's very political, isn't he? Very outspoken. Well, no, just more like outspoken.
Not really.
He's not.
Lives in the UK.
No, okay, he's the one you usually tag me in the drum videos, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking about somebody else then. Yeah, I don't know when it's going to return. Because, I mean, I think what they're saying, general public vaccines, at least in the United States, April, May. I think if that's in the earliest.
And then they're going to talk about, like, requiring, like, a card or, like, some proof
that you actually are
vaccinated.
That you actually,
like, got it. Or some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't even know if life will be somewhat normal again in 2021. It might be 2022.
I would probably say like mid 2022.
Yeah, just thinking high level. I mean, but I've even been talking about this recently. Like, okay, we're just going to put all COVID beliefs and everything beside. We're just going to talk in general. Like, in the summer, dude, life was like almost kind of normal for what the hell we were in. And then I feel like recently, like since probably Thanksgiving on, like things have been like real kind of like, holy shit, this is like heavy again.
Yeah, but nobody's really like following it, so.
What do you, like you mean like guidelines and.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think you have your different demographics and generations of people that are like.
I'm trying to think of what I did over the summer that would even be.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. In the summer, like I was out going to restaurants, like
I think we
sometimes like small gatherings. I mean, just looking back at it now, like even at work and like everything else, like it just felt like obviously it was still going on around you, but I feel like now things are shifting and it's like holy shit.
Because
like,
the weather makes you.
That also plays. Yeah, it absolutely plays a role.
Yeah.
I don't know. Summer just felt like because everyone says there's like high points of quarantine. It was like Tiger King was the original high point.
Oh yeah.
And you had like the lull, and then summer kind of made things.
About Tiger King, man.
Yeah.
I didn't really do like much different this summer.
No, I mean me either. Like, I mean, I think we're both pretty low key.
Just didn't go out as much, but like I don't really go out as much.
Yeah. No.
Before, anyways.
I mean, I still had like made a decent amount of fun. Even like we had like small gatherings, like 10 people under, like, but like a cookout or like a backyard party, shit like that. But I just feel like it wasn't like the stigma wasn't as attached. Like you felt a little more freedom, I guess, in your own head.
Yeah. Then you got Charlie Baker and Marty Walsh coming in and fuck everything up.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna leave my comments to myself. But yeah, no, Massachusetts is also kind of tight. But some states are just different, man. I don't fucking know. But yeah.
Shout out to Florida.
Yeah, Florida. I was just telling you, I've seen videos
Florida's
and stuff.
A lawless land, man.
That's its own country, man.
Even like before all this shit was going on, Florida was just.
Florida's always had that thing,
yeah. Florida.
So it's nobody's surprised then.
Always.
Now in a global pandemic, it's like a little bit on the looser end.
They've been like that for like the last 6 months.
Oh yeah, I think they've been. Yeah, I think in the summer too. Like once again, I think it was just like, oh, let's roll it into now.
When was it? The video of all those kids that went down there for spring break. Do you remember seeing that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because it was like, and they were doing like news interviews. Like, yeah, no, this shit isn't real. Like, they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's gonna have their own viewpoint at the end of the day, obviously too. So.
True.
I don't know.
Some might be right. Some might be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, I think I've talked about this too. With just like people around me, like. I think you can do your part, be self-conscious, self-aware, and try not to judge too much what people want to do within reason, obviously. Like, people still want to go out and do certain things as long as they're being respectful and obeying guidelines, whatever. But at the end of the day, everyone has their own thing. If someone's literally terrified and doesn't want to go out, let it be. That's what they want to do.
Yeah.
But I don't think people should be shamed for doing things that, like, aren't, I guess, too over the top. Like I told you, I still try to go out to, like, restaurants and do... But it feels like, I guess it's a small glimpse of like, oh, this is what life was like. It's kind of like a treat.
Yeah.
But I'm not going out with like big parties of tables. It's like usually like 2 or 4. And like most restaurants I go to like actually do a really good job of like, I was going to say segregating, but I don't think that's a good word. Like at least like putting up dividers and putting up things. It's like nice. But like I know plenty of like dive bars and like looser restaurants that are not following that, which I'm not going in there. So...
There was one that you went to that you were telling me was like super crazy.
Yeah. There's a couple places in Quincy. We won't go into names just in case this...
No, not that place that I used to go to all the time.
Which one? Does it have a nationality as the name?
Say the name. No. Not in Quincy.
Where? Oh, yes. Your favorite place. Yeah, dude. We were in there. And it was Veterans Day because it was my brother's birthday.
We had the golf tournament.
And we had the golf tournament. Yeah, we went there for an after event thing. And it was kind of wild in there. It was busy. I think it was on a Thursday. It was on a Thursday night. So I guess kind of a more popular night to go out. But I was like, holy shit.
They opened up
a lot of people.
Day after New Year's. So New Year's Day. They opened up at 10 a.m.
Like they just did this year?
Like
3 days ago?
Yeah.
Whatever day it is now?
They were open up at fucking 10 a.m. And they were probably slammed.
Yeah, I believe it. They're a very local bar, though.
Yeah, but there's another bar that's local to that same area that
is complete opposite.
Way better. Like,
what do you mean? Like, way better in like following guidelines and quality of like.
No. I mean, in popularity. It's more popular place
okay.
that people go to.
I got you.
And I've been following them on Instagram. And
is it side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For everybody, everybody just picked that off right now.
I keep forgetting there's an actual camera here. Shit.
I was seeing when quarantine or COVID and all that shit first hit. Dude, they were crushing it. Like the way that they were selling like pre-made drinks and like the food and all that.
Well, yeah, because you could.
The way that they did it was like they had to have made a kill.
Well, I think that was another part of like quarantine too. Like restaurants had that first hit of like, oh shit, like what's gonna change? But then there was a really big spike in like takeout, and then summer came, and then you could do like drinks to go. Mm-hmm. So I think certain places started on it, and obviously a lot of places haven't. Hence, like so many places closing.
Fridays in Plymouth closed.
Yeah, I think chains with like their slower locations, like they were just starting to trim the fat, and like it sucks, dude.
99 in Braintree.
Yeah, that hurts, dude. I can only imagine if I worked there. I love that place, and we have good memories just going there, even though it's nothing crazy. But like, that sucks, dude. But like, so many people have lost, and like, I think for both of us, we've been super fortunate to at least work throughout all of it, you know. But shut up. Me?
No.
Oh, that's my point. I was like, damn, we've been fortunate to work. Like, shut up. But no, in that regard,
a lot of
like,
music venues closed too.
Well, all that stuff's taking hits, dude. Everything. Yeah. It sucks. I mean, at least like we've still gotten like music out from artists, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because you remember the other day we were talking about like I was sending you who I thought my album of the year was. Because then you were like, because I said Hot Mulligan, and you were like, wait, that came out in 2020. I'm like,
I know, dude. I was like, there's no way.
Well, I was thinking back too. I was like, wait, that came out in 2020, right? And I was like, it was like typical my brain. It attaches music to like memories, and I was like, wait, was this that? I don't even know.
We got a lot of good music.
As long as. Yeah, no, it actually was. And as long as this year felt, it also kind of felt really quick at the same time. Especially the latter half, for me personally, was real quick.
Yeah. I would say, for me, like, up until the original shutdown, went pretty quick. And then...
Like March, you mean?
Yeah, up until then. And then that, like, next, like, 6 months.
Dragged.
Dragged.
Well, especially, I mean, I think it all depended on what you were doing. But, like, if majority of days were spent, like, I guess, isolated and on your own and inside, like, yeah, there was definitely days where it was like, fuck.
I barely left the house, like, the last year.
Yeah.
We'd go, like, obviously, like, food shop and, like, liquor store.
Yeah, you do your necessities. Of course, looks, you know. Gotta have the liquor.
Have to have the liquor.
Come on, Randy. But
other than that, I really didn't do much. Like, I went golfing here and there a few times.
Yeah. That was actually like a good outcome too of quarantine. I feel like that was one other thing that thrived. Like golf courses are crazy busy
when they open back up. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like already kind of a socially distanced activity sport.
It really is.
Yeah, and I mean you can have fun with it. Like when we played in that tournament, like we had to wear masks.
But the whole time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're supposed to wear masks.
I don't think when I went.
But I think because for us we were in like a tournament, but it was separate. So they were like, we know you guys are like a larger group of people, so like you're not just in a random foursome and then with another foursome. It was like there's like 10 of you, like 10 groups of 4. So they were like just to be safe.
So
which obviously you'd have to respect.
When I went golfing, I think it was like the first time I went after they opened back up. I went down to Southers with Boyle and Watts.
Yeah,
and they made us get 2 carts. Mm-hmm. Well, at least 2 carts.
You'd have to, those 3, right?
Yeah, well, they gave us the option where we could each get our own.
Okay.
Or we could, like, 2 people could ride together.
Yeah, because I remember at the beginning, a lot of people were like, oh, we live together. Because that was like everything you had to say.
And then the last time I went golfing, I went down to this place, I forget the name of it, down in North Attleboro. And I went with 3 dudes from work.
Oh, yeah.
And they made us share a cart. We were all going to get our own separate carts.
Which you figured they would probably promote.
Yeah. And they were like, do you guys have a problem with sharing a cart? And we were like, can we like get our own? And they're like, well, we don't really have enough for everybody to have their own, so you're going to have to share.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
right.
Well, that's where it comes to the dilemma. Like, if you're really busy, do you still follow guidelines or like, we need to make a buck? So like, that's the other thing too. Like, throughout the whole pandemic, it's like, you hear so many different guidelines and standards, like what you're supposed to follow. Even like when the quarantine, it was like, oh, it's 14 days. And it was like 21. And then it was like, oh, wait, now it's only 10 days. Mm-hmm. And it's like you'd have people like at urgent cares or like medical facilities telling different things. You're like, well, like what the? And I'm not blaming them because there's so much has changed and it's all so new. Mm-hmm. But you're like, at the end of the day, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
There are people,
free for all,
that I work with and that work in other
I got you
places.
Same thing, yeah.
That had to quarantine because they were either a positive or in contact with a positive.
Yeah.
And they only had to quarantine for like a couple days.
Well, that's the other thing too, because it's like I know people that like still want to travel, which is like again, I'm not gonna judge you. Do what you want to do, but like a lot of people are like, well, I can just come home and I got a negative test and I can see you. Well, it's like that could work. Like say you went to, we'll just use Florida for instance. Say you went to Florida. It's a heightened area, so everyone comes back probably like a little skeptical. But say they come home the day after they got off the flight and they're like, oh, I have a negative test. Which you could have been negative. Well, it could be a false negative. We already know that could exist. Mm-hmm. But let's not use that. Like you could test negative from traveling, but like say, what if you're in the airplane and then like Joe Schmo had it and you could have potentially got it, but it's not going to show because you have to be exposed for so many days for the showing. So it's like there's so many fucking variables.
So
that's the thing.
I don't know if you saw on Twitter. I know you don't follow him, but I retweeted it. Franz.
Yeah, I seen that. You were very upset. I was like, oh god. Dude, I was like, he was just getting Insurer's good side.
But for real, he honestly was like getting on. Like,
yeah, you were starting. Yeah.
And then he has this giant New Year's Eve party, and gets a bunch of shit from people for that because he's out of that whole scene. He was like the most like vocal about like staying home, bringing shows back and stuff.
Because I didn't know what the big deal was. I was like, oh, obviously he's at a huge party. Like this is going to be frowned upon. But I didn't realize he was very like self-aware and promoting like, hey, we can have shows sooner if everyone stays home and stops the spread. Which so then I'm like, now you look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. And then he posted a response video.
I seen it. The test. What's that going to do?
What's the point of that?
What's it going to do?
It's literally like it's useless.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Like if you get tested after the fact and you were negative, like that's good for you. But like it doesn't change. Like if you were out with like 1,000 people in a room.
Yeah.
Unless everyone happened to test negative and knew where they were. It's just like...
That's the only way that could have been a safe environment is if everybody that was there had been tested a few days prior.
Yeah, and I think that's why, like, certain, like, most sports, while they've had their own problems, but, like, the NBA, like, which is, like, very intimate, up in each other's shit, like, the only reason they play without masks is, like, they're tested every day periodically. And like, the same confined things.
Are still, but in the beginning for a while...
They were bubbled. Now they're not bubbled. Now they're actually traveling from... home and away sites. But, like, yeah, that's the only way that kind of works. Like, unless you're in a tight-knit community where it's closely monitored, especially the NBA, like, obviously that's going to be a real deal thing. Yeah. Besides that, you kind of can't get away with it.
That's why I don't understand when people were given, what's the dude's name? Dr. Fauci. How do you
Anthony Fauci?
Fauci?
Yeah.
When he was at the baseball game.
Yeah, it's just like...
He wasn't wearing a mask, but people don't realize, like, the two people that he was with, pretty sure one of them was, like, his wife. And I don't know who the
other one was. Like, he was like an elected official or worked with, I think it was the Washington Nationals. It was like somebody that...
But there was like nobody around them. They were the only ones there. Yeah. And they had tested negative previously. So
to even be there, they had to do... Yeah. Which is like, obviously, if it's like somebody who's like a top medical official of like the United States of America, like, you know what I mean? They're going to take precautions.
People need to relax.
Yeah, but obviously he's a target and people are going to hit him.
Of course.
But, yeah.
Of course. I can't wait for all this shit to be over. Are you going to get the vaccine?
That's why I was going to bring it up, too. And I was like, this is actually a nice segue. I don't know. I'm on and off about it. Well, my dad's going to have to get it based off his work, and so is my sister. Mm-hmm. So I don't really know. My dad's getting it, I think, like, any week now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, most medical people are getting it. He had a chance to get it, but he wanted to wait for his, like, whole entire staff to get it at once, just so I think it was, like, a more uniform thing. So he's waiting.
I don't know if they're going to make us get them.
Yeah, you will.
I don't know.
If you work in a school?
I don't know if they will.
You don't work in a school, do you? I think you will, because you're with, like, I guess, kids.
But are they going to make the kids and, like, teach?
Well, that's the other thing, too. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's obviously all or nothing. Like, you have to commit to it. Like, either everyone's going to have to do it. I don't know. I'm really curious.
I'll get it. Just
I think I will too, and I'm not like that scared of it. Like you know me, and I think both of us like we've been conspiracy theorists to an extent. You know, we just kind of question a lot of stuff, but at the same time, like you got to be realistic about some things.
I'll get it.
Like if someone can already hate to put this out there, but if someone could already scan my face in my iPhone, like they already have enough
people,
access to some stuff.
People are so stupid with that.
Like the microchip thing. Yeah, so it's just like, I mean, but at the same time, like, do I want a couple people I know to get it before I do? Yeah, but like,
yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. I'll get it if where I work makes me get it, then I'll get it.
Yeah, because you obviously need to pay the bills at the end of the day.
Exactly, and if they don't, I'll get it eventually.
Yeah,
I'll let some of y'all get it first, and then see what happens,
exactly.
And then I'll get
it.
Well,
I look at it both ways. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I haven't gotten it. But that's also a very ignorant way to look at it in a certain sense and selfish. But like at the same time, like, well, why am I gonna put this in my body if I haven't had any issues yet? But then the other time, it's like, well, if I want life to go back to normal, which I'm pretty sure every motherfucking person does, like, be part of the process to help that get better. So like we're all vaccinated. Mm-hmm. So.
Do you get the flu shot?
No, never got one. No.
Never?
I don't think so. Maybe when I was a kid, never got one.
You definitely had to get one when you went to college.
Don't think so. No, I think we had to get like the measles, mumps, and that stuff. I don't think I did.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I swear. I know when it was I had to get one. Not when I went to school. I had to get one when I worked at the hospital. They made me get one.
They make you. Yeah. I don't think I ever had to.
That was the last time I've ever gotten one. That was 2013.
Bad reaction?
I get sick from it.
Yeah, well, that's what happened to Vic the whole time that all the shit that happened. It was the same thing.
I don't get like super sick. I'll get like mildly sick.
Yeah,
but like enough where like I'm like, fuck this, dude. Like I don't want it.
Yeah, it's just like the side effect. Well, that's
honestly, and I don't get sick. I never get sick. Never.
Yeah, I used to younger. Now I really haven't been as much, which is nice. But like some people get sick all the fucking time, so there's a difference in that sense.
I actually got really sick last January.
Well, that's what
last December.
Well, a lot of people have talked about this, like
me and
some
everybody
people
I work with, we all like one after another.
Well, which obviously can happen with like any like stomach bug, flu.
Yeah, but
of course.
But I'm saying, I'm not even kidding. I never.
So you were like something. Well, that's a lot of people have said.
Sick for like weeks.
At least in the United States, like December, January, February, they were like, I was super sick.
Yeah.
And like could have been the flu, but like also they were like, dude, I think I already had COVID.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
So yeah, I don't know.
I wish I could. I want to get the test to see if I have the antibodies.
I do as well, but then I'm in the back of my head.
Can you just like go and get it?
I think so. I think you can like schedule something. But then I'm getting in the back of my head. I'm like, well, should I do that? Like then what? But they put something in me. Just my paranoid ass being anxious as hell. I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I probably will get it, but like I'm the same sense of you. Like I want some other people in front of me to get it.
I'm definitely not opposed to getting it at all.
No, I am not. I'm not either. Like if I want life to get back to normal, and that's part of what I have to do, then I'll probably just do it. You know. But I don't think, and there's been a lot of good stuff on social media, and just like, I guess, I wouldn't say the news, but just things out there, at least on the internet, of like promoting like the positive sides of it. Because obviously it's like scary as hell. People are like, I don't want to get the vaccine, but like there's been at least good like publicity and facts stated that it's like good. And I think it helps when you see like, oh, Billy Bob from high school got it. Look, he's, you know what I mean? Like, what it helps, I think it grounds you when you see like people you know in your real life, like actually getting it, posting it. Like, holy shit, like someone else is getting it.
I only know one person that's gotten it, but she had to get it because she works in the hospital.
Yeah. But I guess the first one, and then you have to wait, I think, 4 weeks to the second round of shots. Mm-hmm. But I think after the second one is when you have side effects. Which is like, you shouldn't be scared of that because, like, dude, side effects are normal with anything you put in your body or anything you take. You know what I mean? Yeah. You just got to be smart about it, do your research, and that's all it is.
I don't know, man. I'll get it eventually.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this podcast brings 2021 in a good direction. But it's a nice...
little over under 4
3 minutes. Yeah. We forgot that my camera, I actually remembered, but it only films at like 29 minutes, 30 minutes a pop. So I think we just want to do a quick 30-minute installment episode here.
Drop in, see what's going on with you guys.
Yeah.
A lot of people are asking, emailing,
yeah, we have a ton of people, fan letters.
Crazy.
No,
the mailman has to come in 4 times a day.
Yeah, literally. We're common, dude. But as we've said from like day one, it's just something we like to do, and we've even gotten away from like, we've obviously been distanced ourselves with everything going on, but like, it's nice to at least catch up and then at least do it in this sense too, to do something a little creative, which is nice.
Hopefully, we'll stay on top of it this year, and we didn't do too bad.
No, and as long as it's like a casual thing, and it's like I like to do it, like we aren't both trying to benefit off this, and I guess like financially, it's just a fun thing to do. Yeah. And we've had some people tell us they enjoy it. At the end of the day, that's all I could ask for. It's cool. So yeah, we'll see. But at least we checked in. Here we go. If this even sees the light of day, hopefully this doesn't sound like shit. But
yeah, dude.
We shall see. We just went with one mic. Hopefully it works. Just nice and easy.
We don't want to have a second forgotten episode.
I know, literally. First ever one. Yeah, it was tragic. I guess, what do we got? Like 2 minutes?
Yeah.
What do we just end with recommendations? Sure, anything. Anybody should check out 2021.
Slow Decay by the Acacia Strain, album of the year.
Yeah, for anyone that does like our music, I'll go with Hot Mulligan. You'll be fine. Mine's more like emo, indie, pop punkish.
We can still both cry to him though.
Yeah, he's more on the heavy side with his pick. Anything else you watch? Anything good? Any recommendations? TikTok. Just shout out TikTok. Watch TikToks.
Takes 4 hours of my day every day.
Yep. Well, I'm hoping for a better year as everyone else is. Personal goals want to hit and just watch. Hopefully everything else around me flourish once again. I think that's a good takeaway though. Like at least hopefully people don't take shit for granted now. Like appreciate things. Yeah. Like if you can't appreciate like us talking for half hour without our phones and worry about like what else is going on. Like if you can't do that from this, like you'll never appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate what you have around you, and then I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. We'll fucking get out of here now. If you even made it this far in, we appreciate it.
Oh man.
And we'll see you guys around. FTR signing out. Peace.